Welcome back here to Up North at 4. Joining us now, our good friend,
Yes.
Dawn Panzer. You've been on numerous times at this point. But of course, the gentleman next to you, we got Bob and Jared, two members of the Northwoods Honor Guard. I don't think we've had you guys on the show yet, and I don't know if people out there are familiar with what the Honor Guard does. So could you guys just tell us a little bit about your organization?
Sure. The Northwoods Honor Guard is made of veterans from all branches of service, and we represent all 5 veterans organizations in Rhinelander.
Okay.
So we have members from the VFW, the Disabled American Veterans, the American Legion, NCO Club, and AMVETS.
Okay.
And what we do is provide ceremonies at military funerals,
Okay.
about 50 of them a year. We also do color guard ceremonies for opening of Holiday Country Fest, for the Brush Run. Any organizations in town that want us to do a color guard ceremony, we do that as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, Jared, your work is important.
Yes.
Many people appreciate what you do. How does it feel to be a part of that organization?
I belong to all the organizations, and to be honest, the Honor Guard is probably my most that I cherish. It's an honor to give that fallen veteran his last goodbye.
And I think what you guys do with kind of bringing all the separate organizations together, I mean, that's really special, and that's got to be important work. I'm sure people have said to you just how much they appreciate what it is that you guys do. I mean, how touching is that when people tell you stuff like that?
We are overwhelmed with pride. Every event we do, they thank us for our service. It just feels great to be in uniform again. You know, we all served before, and to be able to be back in uniform and giving back, that's what it's all about.
All right, well, there's lots of people who appreciate what you do, and there's lots of people who love what you do, but there's only one person in this room who really puts her whole heart into it and raises a lot of money for what you do. So, Dawn, I want to give you the floor. What do you have to present today?
I have a check to present to the Northwoods Honor Guard for $1,000.
Ooh.
Wow.
Thank you,
Very
Northwoods
welcome.
Honor Guard, $1,000, Dawn.
Thank you, sweetie.
And we
You're
all know how
welcome.
hard Dawn works to raise that $1,000.
Ton.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
I believe, Dawn, this is, again, we talked about it, this is like months in the making. What goes into raising this money?
It all starts out with the Honor Flight benefit. I start probably in November, and I start working on the quilt. I start my other stuff in probably February. It takes me probably 9 to 10 months to do this.
wow.
And then Jared has helped me. We started at our 3rd annual we had this year, an ATV poker run in September.
Great.
And so with that, between the two of them, yep. And so Jared's been a really big help to me.
Okay, I want you all to look right into Dawn's eyes. If Paul could bring the camera back, look in those eyes. She's as genuine in person as she is on camera. And if you ever have the opportunity to help her in the future and what she does, please do so. She's amazing.
Yes, Dawn, we seriously appreciate all the work. And I know these two guys do as well. And I just kind of want to give you guys the floor here for a moment, too. I'm sure there's people out there who want to give back and help you guys in your mission. What do you want to say to those people out there that are wanting to provide help if they can?
I guess for anybody who is looking to have a color guard ceremony, we've done for Print Pack, for Rhinelander GM, for Dahlquist, for any organization in town, we'd be happy to do our color guard ceremony for them at their place of business. We don't require a fee. People just wish to donate to us, and that's wonderful. We're looking at purchasing a van. It costs about $500 to outfit each one of us with jackets and those kind of things, so this money goes a long way in helping us. Dawn, thank you.
So you guys are getting emotional. It's going to make me start getting emotional. In the meantime, though, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Up North at 4. Stick with us.
Well done.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys. You're welcome.
Welcome back to Up North at 4. Dawn sticking around, and now joining us, we got Mike and Jim, two gentlemen from the Never Forgotten Honor Flight, which is super cool. This is something that you guys do every single year, and of course, maybe some people have forgotten about it or they haven't heard about the Never Forgotten Honor Flight, but tell us a little bit, Jim, about what it is that you guys do.
Well, actually, next week we'll be 13 years old on Veterans Day.
13.
Oh, wow.
13 years old, I can't believe it. And when we started, the mission for Honor Flight was to fly World War II veterans to Washington, D.C. to see a brand new memorial. But when Mike and I had our press conference, we said we're going to fly World War II, Korea, and Vietnam, because there's memorials for all three of those generations. So we fly them to DC for a one-day free, totally free trip, and we've now flown 42 missions, 3,978 veterans, 40 of which came from this town. With the help of organizers and fundraisers like Dawn, we wouldn't fly.
Yeah, and Mike, he said 3,978 veterans have taken this trip. That comes at a price. It's not free, like you said. There's a price involved with that, and that's where the community comes in and where people like Dawn come in again.
Yes.
So let's give Dawn the floor one more time to discuss why you're here today and why Dawn's here today to really honor what you two do.
I do appreciate these guys so much and all the veterans that they are helping. It's amazing. We need to give these veterans these memorials to see them, and without them, most of them would never see what is, directed for them, to honor them. So, so I have a check here for you guys for $30,000.
$30,000.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is awesome. Thank you so much.
60. Oh my God.
$30,000.
Say, Dawn needs a hug.
That just so
Just so you know, that puts you over $100,000.
Yeah.
They raised in their 7
the last
years.
7 years
This
that
is-
you've been doing this for us.
this is 60.
That is amazing.
60 more veterans. She's already sent 164.
You, Dawn.
Dawn, just Dawn.
This woman.
This woman.
She's amazing.
7 years.
84 from Rhinelander.
Yes.
84 from Rhinelander.
I know. We send reporters every couple of years on these trips to Washington. And of course, they come back with the most unbelievable stories on how much this flight, this whole endeavor, it's quick, it goes by fast, but it's so darn meaningful. They come back with tears in their eyes, and the stories they tell are just off the charts amazing. Dawn, I want to hear from you. What do those stories mean to you?
When I was down there this June when the first one went out, and we had people from Rhinelander on there, and I went to listening to their stories, I started crying. I mean, it's the best day of their life. They couldn't even put it into words what this trip has meant to them, and that just. It warms my heart.
The things they see, how they feel, and how the quality put into this trip, like every step is planned, right? And they feel that. They feel appreciated, and it may be the first time ever that they've felt that way.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's meaningful stuff.
There's on our homepage, on our website, I have a list of quotations from veterans. And I got to just tell you one of them from the last flight, because he walked up to one of our volunteers wearing red, and he said, please don't tell my wife, but this was the best day of my life. The best day of my life. That kind of sums it up in a nutshell. And if it wasn't for Dawn and folks like her, they wouldn't have that experience.
The honor flight, I think, changes lives of our 3,978 veterans, their families, and our board of directors and our volunteers that make it all possible. A very common thing that we hear is it was a well-oiled machine.
Absolutely. Well, we're running out of time here. We appreciate all the work you guys do. In the meantime, we got to step away for a moment. Thanks for watching on Up North at 4.